As you're walking along the coastline, you may notice there's some beautiful offshore islands. First one you'll see near Observation Head is Snapper Island. Further out you'll see the Tollgate Islands, and as you come further south off Lillypilly, you'll see a big basalt outcrop known as Black Rock. All of these islands are within Batemans Marine Park, which goes from Bawley Point up north all the way down to Walliga Lake near Bermagui.
Snapper Island is particularly special because it contains a colony of little penguins, which mostly occur on our coastal islands offshore, but in this case, this one is inside the bay. The quality of the birds that breed there reflects on how well the estuary is being looked after. And in the case of the Snapper Island little penguins, they're booming. They breed on the island between July and January, but they forage both in the estuary and offshore up to about 20 kilometres away, but always return every year pretty well to the same burrow and with the same mate if things work out well. The island itself is a council-managed island. We do our seabird research work there. They do vegetation restoration there, removing things like bitu bush. They also carry out marine debris surveys on the shorelines around the island. Snapper Island is a special place, and it actually has a no landing policy, and that means no walking on the beaches there, no landing craft like kayaks or jet skis, and just basically viewing it from a distance. The birds will appreciate it, and certainly the island will appreciate it. The thing about Snapper Island and little penguins, they only come ashore at night, so you'll never see them in the daytime, but if you listen carefully, offshore as you're doing your walk, you may actually hear their yap, yap, yapping just offshore, where they keep communication with each other while they dive tens of metres to chase fish and small squid.
As you walk along this trail, the entire area is part of Batemans Marine Park. The Marine Park is divided up into different management areas known as zones, and there's different levels of activity you can do in a zone. Further offshore we have a sanctuary zone, and that's Tollgate Islands. Sanctuary zones are there to protect biodiversity, provide important scientific reference sites, and provide quest intrinsic value so future generations can enjoy marine parks in the same way that we do. Tollgates is particularly special because it is the habitat for grey nurse shark, and there's an offshore Posidonia seagrass meadow, which is quite rare in itself. Most of the zoning along the walk is a habitat protection zone, and in a habitat protection zone you can throw a line in and go for a fish, you can go for a swim, or you can go for a surf. As you further south you go along this walk, the better the surf gets, and Mackenzie's Beach is a noted surf spot. As you're walking along and looking at the marine park, one of the best things you can do is jump in and have a snorkel. And this trail provides multiple opportunities where you can do that. So for example, Wimby Beach is a really good diving site. And as you come further south, areas like Lillypilly, Garden Bay are excellent places where you can jump into a sheltered bay and see what the marine park has underneath the water. There's a whole other world there, and if you just sort of take your time and have a look at the details of what you can find, you'll find dozens and dozens of different species under there.